Okay. So you go to like assignments, and this is like task number 3, the equity park audit, right? Under assignments. And here is like all these different things that are related to the assignment, like the 20 parks or like the original audit tool or the guidebook. I put all these links are really here in the equity park audit, but in case you want to access things easily, they're there too. Okay, so I'm just gonna use it here. But the just like the other previous assignments, like the total points is 10 points, and this is an individual assignment. There's like a shared portion for some of you, only in the presentation part, because there's not enough parks. So there will be like 3 students that will share a presentation, and I just, at least to pair you up. I think that she shows like parks that were bigger, but so there may be more things to show in those parks. Otherwise, this is it's like individual assignment. And so the due date is like March 3rd, and you will submit like in the Google form, just like we did now, but we will have like 3 equity park audits that you will submit using that form, and then you have the student presentations. Some other important things is that we have the audit workshop right now, tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. Again, these are not required. This is more for you to get a sense of what we'll be doing together. And we will be videotaping this. There will not be no class on Wednesday, the 24th. So this just to give you more time to just go and like visit your parks that you will be reporting on. And also we will be meeting in these audit workshops. So part of the idea was to, again, just give you more time, but you will be using that time for these other things. And the meeting, in on the 24th, we will also have office hours. So I will be available from the regular time of class from 6 to 7. And from 7 to 8 or 7 to 8:30, there will be actually for extra credit for like a 1 point. So I will add that. You can attend the Poplar Grove Community Council meeting. So I will go to that meeting, and for 10 minutes, I will talk about what we're doing and see how they can help us. So if you like to come to that meeting, because you will have no class, and then you like an extra point, please, again, just go to the meeting. Actually, here there's not the link, so I will have to send that link, or I can add it to these guidelines. Actually, I just have the website for Poplar Grove, but they just sent me the link fairly recently. So in terms of like what you're going to learn in this assignment, all this is each assignment goes to one course objective, or it correlates to one of them. And for this one is for you to record visual observations that examine the conditions of a site. So hopefully this is applicable for your career beyond the park. So in this case, we're doing a park, but again, as planners, you will do visual observations of places. And why this is important for the public lands division? Well, this is part of our 10 big ideas. looking at the mini parks and neighborhood parks and how to improve those. So we are going to look at the safety and the quality of these parks. So that's one goal. The other goal is that the city is very interested in equity, and that's an important part of the public master plan. We have heard, as I said before, that people feel that the quality of the parks are not the same. So this will actually give us some data on like how this compare. So there will be another group that takes all this data that we collect, and they will be giving scores, and we will be able to see like those parks are score high, those parks that are score low, and we can also compare between east side and west side parks. So in all these like links is just like background information. We are using a tool that it comes from the active living research, and they do like walkability and bikeability and healthy communities. And so in your career, if you want to look for tools to assess these kinds of things, you can go to that website. So this is again a tool that already has been used. So as a planner, it's always a good idea to not reinvent the wheel, but look at the methodologies that other people have created and that other people have just determined if it's reliable. And so here is just like the tool itself, but also the CPAD user guidebook. And there's another link that like directly takes you there. But basically, this says this is all our survey. And we changed a little bit our survey, so there's a few things that we would like to know that are not here. So do not use this, but you can go look at the guidebook, because the guidebook might have just information about how to look for these things. But we already did look at this. So basically, if you come on this like next audits, this is what we will be talking about. So how to do it. Okay, so that's again the read the user guidebook. This is just for your reference at the maps that all the places that we were looking at are here. So we have everything in a central place. You could attend, again, on a voluntary basis, an equity audit workshop. And this will be actually like recorded. It will be posted in YouTube on this site page. If you want to see other ones that you didn't attend, or if again you for some reason you have work and you cannot make it at these times, but most of you did sign up for these different workshops. So here are like all the dates. Tomorrow we'll be going to Imperial Park. I never been in that park, but what I hear is that it's actually the best park. It has like the most amenities. So this is kind of like a gold star park. It'll be good to see what's the gold standard. And then when it says time permitting, this means that from 11 to 12:30, I anticipate that maybe we'll take, half time here and half time here. So we will have, and even we might have like leftover time. I don't know how it will be with a larger group, but like for when we went, we will have like, we will spend like 20 minutes in one place and 30 minutes in another, and that was it. So that's why we have the time permitting. And they are relatively close. I will encourage you, and we can do this a little bit later after I go through all the instructions, but since you are like going with people from the class, if you need a ride and you feel comfortable giving a ride to someone, then we could try to coordinate Like if you go to this sheet that everybody has access to, I don't think that I put it here. It is actually when you go in task number 3, there is a sign up for park audit. That's where the Google Drive, the Google just document is, and also in collaborations. So you can try to coordinate again, and you guys have each other's phone numbers as well, at least within your own group. So then on Saturday, that we already decided that these are the parks, the Paul Park, Grove Park, and 900 South. So it'd be great if people can come to these ones. And yeah, but I see that already a lot of people sign up for these, which is great. As long as there's people from every team here, I think that that's what it matters. And then later on, we will obviously be visiting the park and talking more about where to do the planting and the wayfinding and so on. So here is just doing the park audit. So you will be doing in person. So you have to go to these parks. And you can pair up with someone. So if you see here in 900 South Park, and Taylor and Brandon, Virgil, and Zach are going to that park, if you want to coordinate, you can, but you don't have to. You can just do it as an independent homework. What is important is that this is supposed to be like kind of like an assessment that you do on your own. So part of the idea is that later on we will average your scores, and with some of those things it might make sense, and with other ones it's like, yeah, there's a restroom or there's not a restroom, so you can check if you go with someone and say, yeah, we both can see that there's a restroom, right? But there will be other things that might be more subjective, like what is the condition of the sidewalk. Maybe for that you just kind of answer on your own and you don't share with the other person, because that kind of like biases, so you have to again figure that out if you do go with someone. And then each student will do in 3 parks. And I will be providing the copies for when you go to this tomorrow and the next days. You can also print it in your own if you are not going, and we will not see each other. But I will print 4 copies for each one of you. So 1 for the practice, and I guess I should have pre-printed 2. I can do that, 5, and go and make more copies, because we might have two parks, and then the 3 ones that you're doing. And then the audit tool can be found here or in Canvas. And so we are not going to discuss this in detail because we don't have enough time to do that. But the idea is that when we meet in these 3 days, then we will go over of how to fill this out together. And as you can see, there's just a lot of questions. And on the presentation, you see where you have here, what is needed to improve access in the surrounding neighborhood. Those are the things that you will be presenting on in your slides. But obviously, that's a summary of like what is above. So the tool is divided in 3 parts. So this one is activity areas, safety, and then quality, park quality and safety. So there's all these areas or these different topics. And you will be also be taking photographs and then uploading those, and with that some sort of caption, like obviously if it's a playground, it's easy, playground, colorful playground, whatever. Just sometimes we don't know what we're looking at, so that's when the captions will be most helpful. And the idea is to take between 9 and 12 photographs of the park. So again, we will do this in more detail when we are together, or I will also record it so you can yeah, see what we're doing. And these are just like the signups for each one of you. So you will be submitting in a separate Google form like before, right? So here's the link. And I already checked, and you could submit several times, because sometimes, you know, you submit once and you can't submit anymore. So the settings are done, so you can submit as many times, but obviously it will be 3 times. And then the information you can find here was the park address, acreage. We will be asking you an investment information, which you already have. And then the idea would be to prepare a 3-minute presentation of your park, just like before, just with 3 slides and with the following questions. What is needed to improve access? And the first set of questions are about the surrounding neighborhood. So this question is a little bit funky. So it's supposed to be like, what is improve access in the neighborhood or in the surrounding neighborhood? And then what is needed to improve park activity areas? So this asks specifically about, you have like basketball courts, you have just I think there's like benches there, or like no, I think that's the quality of safety. I'm sorry. The activity areas is more the sports. And this quality and safety are for the park. So this one is about the surrounding neighborhood. So it will ask you how the site works in the surrounding neighborhood, how's the bike lanes, is there like a bus route? So again, neighborhood activities and park quality and safety. And here, because you did 3 parks, the idea is that you will present on one of those parks that you had. So for the presentation, this is, you see that some people are together, like Austin and Sadika will go together, and you can decide how you like to do it. So the points, it will be given an individual points. So you can just divide. So you do this question, so you do this question, that kind of thing. Because it's not really it's not a group assignment, it's a individual assignment, but you have to divide work. And that's it. So now we are going to just have some time for questions.